Hey everyone, you're watching We Had That, and today I'm going to talk about the 1985 Wave 4 Masters of the Universe Stinkor action figure from Mattel. By 1985, Masters of the Universe was a proven line for Mattel with record-breaking sales numbers. After creating 3 waves of new and exciting characters, we were starting to see some less than awesome new figures in Wave 4, but the creative team at Mattel wasn't done yet. Surprisingly, they still had some good ideas left to come. This was the wave that introduced us to Hordak and his evil horde. Hordak was a great character, and I also really liked Grizzlor, even though he seemed conceptually like a furry version of Beastman. Plus, we had the pine-scented Mossman and his foul-smelling nemesis, Stinkor. I guess young boys have always liked gross humor, but they really marketed it to us in the 1980s. From getting slimed on You Can't Do That on Television to Garbage Pail Kids stickers, the kids' game show Double Dare to toys like Mad Balls and Boglins, gross stuff was big business in the 80s, and I guess Mattel wanted to get in on the game by introducing a nasty-smelling character to their popular Masters of the Universe toy line with Stinkor. Early in the Masters of the Universe line, minifigures reused a lot of the same parts, but by 1985, Mattel knew the figures were selling well enough that they could make their money back from new tooling, so they didn't worry about using existing parts quite as much. As a result, most of the figures from 1985 not only had new head sculpts, but they also had new body construction and new accessories as well. Not Stinkor. His entire body and head were just a repaint of Merman. Even his red gloves were just painted onto the same arms as Merman. Since his gimmick was a smell, there was no new tooling required. The scent for Stinkor was achieved by mixing patchouli oil in with the plastic when molding the figure. His armor was an orange version of Mechanex's red armor. Even his shield was originally molded in tan for inclusion with Castle Grayskull way back when the line started in 1982, and then the shield appeared again in gray with the weapons pack and brown with the bonus weapons that came along with some versions of Man-E-Faces. Now, we were just getting it in blue with Stinkor. Just so you knew what you were getting into when you bought Stinkor, the tagline below his name on his package stated, "Evil Master of Odors." Since his smell was his only gimmick, the back of the package pointed out that you could twist his waist and make him swing his battle shield. Stinkor didn't ever appear in the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Filmation cartoon, and even though he was pitched to Filmation for inclusion on the She-Ra show as part of the Evil Horde, the rumor is that the team producing the show laughed out loud at the idea of including a character on the show who was basically a walking fart joke. Despite Filmation's refusal to include him on the show, he did show up in a couple of the mini-comics that were included packaged with the figures. I had remembered Stinkor appearing in more of the mini-comics, but when going through them, I could only find 2 appearances of Stinkor. Maybe there are other comics that included him and I just missed Stinkor, but the only 2 that I could find were Hordak, the Ruthless Leader's Revenge, and The Stench of Evil, which was the mini-comic that was included in the package with both Stinkor and the package with Mossman. In Hordak, the Ruthless Leader's Revenge, Grizzlor brings Stinkor to the Fright Zone so that Hordak can give Stinkor a message to pass along to Skeletor. Hordak tells Stinkor to tell Skeletor that they should work together to defeat He-Man and take Castle Grayskull. Both Skeletor and Hordak plan to betray each other, and Hordak blames Stinkor for Skeletor's betrayal. In The Stench of Evil, Skeletor summons Stinkor. Skeletor commands him to spread his foul odor, bringing misery to Eternia. When Mossman sees the creatures of the forest running away, he knows something is wrong. He-Man tries to face Stinkor, but the smell is just too strong. Fortunately, Mossman is able to overpower Stinkor with his own pleasant smell, thus saving the people and creatures of Eternia. In the Golden Book, He-Man Smells Trouble from 1985, Stinkor also appears. I'm not sure if Stinkor appeared in any of the other Golden books, but I know he was in this one. In He-Man Smells Trouble, Skeletor kicks Stinkor out of Snake Mountain. As he wanders through the sands of time, he comes across Roboto. A spaceship passes overhead, and some other robots show up to tell Roboto that he is their leader. The robots take Roboto and Stinkor into their ship. Stinkor plots to team up with Roboto, but his actual plan is to steal the key to the robot's power spiral, which holds all the knowledge of the universe, and give it to Skeletor so that Skeletor will take Stinkor back. Fortunately, He-Man and his friends show up to stop Skeletor from getting the key to the power spiral. He-Man then sent Stinkor away. This book really doesn't have the best story, but it is one of the few stories featuring Stinkor, so it's certainly worth mentioning here. What do you think of the Masters of the Universe Stinkor figure? Did you have him as a kid? Was he a favorite of yours, or did he just stink up your toy box? Tell me in the comments below. Also, please give this video a like, share it on social media, and if you enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notifications bell. And one last thing, if you collect toys, you should know about ToyLanta, one of the biggest toy shows in the southeastern United States, held annually just north of Atlanta, Georgia. Visit ToyLanta.com for more information. As always, thanks for watching.